Miles Ruth proved to New Jersey in 2020 that he was one of the state's craftiest and most dynamic players. Ruth led Don Bosco Prep to a 19-win season and to the non-public A North semifinals. He more than doubled his offensive output this year and averaged 13 points per game in his final high school season, while leading the Ironmen with 118 assists and 69 steals. Bergen County coaches selected him to the area's first team.
Yeah, y'all. Welcome to the live. You got your boy Coach T here. We here with class of 2020, Don Bosco's finest, Miles Ruth. So welcome, Miles Ruth, man. Appreciate you coming. You already know. So you already know how this works. I'm just here to, get your story, man. Everybody got a story to tell. This basketball journey, is a marathon. Everybody's trying to strive to be the best they could be. So, tell me you first picked up basketball. When was that?
Pick up basketball?
Yeah, we picked up a basketball.
When I was born.
That's the right answer, though.
Yeah, I remember when I was in kindergarten, I picked up a ball and I saw a hoop with no backboard. I just started shooting.
Oh, no backboard.
Yeah, so I just started shooting.
That's the trenches. See, I don't know about the trenches. That no backboard, is real trenchy, man. He was out there with no basket, no backboard, just a hoop. But yeah, I got you. So that was about, you said since you was born. When you started playing organized basketball?
I was around like 5th grade.
5th grade?
5th grade, yeah. I played NWK.
NWK, okay. How was that experience for NWK?
It was fun.
It was fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. Tell me, how long you played NWK for?
3 years.
3 years? What's your most memorable moment in playing with NWK?
Everybody wanted to win the B-Ball Spotlights.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to win one of those. So once we won one of those, I felt like we was on top.
I hear you though, bro. Yeah, in fact, you already know, Tri-State area, middle school, you gotta win the B-Boy Spotlight. That's everybody's goal. You're not one of them top teams until you win the B-Boy. And they got a few tournaments you gotta, especially main ones, you gotta hit. And if you win one of those, you know you there. Like, yeah, we tops. Yeah. Out the NWK, what team you play for?
I went to Players.
Players, okay.
That was a good experience. Because Players, you gotta be the best to be on the team.
Right.
You gotta know how to hoop.
Right.
So that was type good.
Okay. After Players, you spent what grade was that?
I'd say around 7th grade.
7th grade? Okay, 7th grade Players. After Players?
KSK.
KSK, yeah, another great program. Another great program. KSK been around for a minute. They got a lot of hitters come through that program as well, man. Shout out KSK. How was that experience?
It was good.
It was good.
They combined on sports shoe, but like
right.
I couldn't be on the sports shoe team. It was like 2 different teams.
Okay.
So like the KSK team was as good as the sports shoe team.
Right.
So that was a good experience because they practiced the sports shoe team.
Right.
And the KSK team was super wide.
Right. Yes, that's dope. That's iron. I always say iron sharp is iron. If y'all 2 top teams going at each other, you already know that's you know what I mean. We call that rec out there and rec, putting it in, getting it in. Doing what you got to do. Okay, so all right, 8th grade year now. You're getting ready for high school, right? So tell me about that. What was that like? What schools you was looking at? What school you ended up going to?
I was looking at Roselle Catholic.
Roselle, okay.
Yeah, but like it was like a family tradition.
Right.
Going to St. Anthony's.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna just go there and see how it is on freshman year.
Right. Shout out to Anthony's, man. The great Bob Early. So freshman year, get here. You at St. Anthony's. How did that wind up playing out for you?
At first, it was good because I was playing JV.
Right.
That's rare at St. Anthony. That's rare playing JV. As a freshman
Right.
playing JV.
Right.
So and I was playing, so that was good.
Right.
But then when it closed down, like I was hard. It was heartbreaking.
I know, man. It was heartbreaking I think it was heartbreaking for the whole New Jersey. Even kids that didn't go to St. Anthony, like, word, St. Anthony? Like, St. Anthony's closed? Like, nah, man. Like, that's basketball. Like, that's St. Anthony's is Jersey basketball. I'm sorry. Not no shade to all the other schools. I get it. But if you know the real, you know the real. St. Anthony's is Jersey basketball. So go ahead.
Yeah, so that whole JV year, that team was stacked. We only lost 3 games.
Right.
So that was good. And then if it would stayed open, I think that JV team would probably compete against, like, we would probably want TLC a couple more years.
Anybody on that JV team now that was doing their thing now you want to think about that? That's at another school making a name for themselves.
Oh, my boy Gabriel Johnson.
Shout out Gabriel Johnson.
Who else? My boy Isaiah Williams was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was at BOSCO.
Okay. Okay, I know. Right, I got you. Shout out Isaiah.
There's a couple others. I forgot.
Anyway, shout out that whole team, man. Hope everybody thing panned out the way they wanted to. So after St. Anthony's closed, you end up at Linden High School, right? How'd that happen?
Alright, that happened because Kalik, yeah, Coach Kalik, that's my guy.
Okay, shout out Coach Kalik.
Yeah, he made everything happen for me from the jump.
Right.
Like, he put me out there. He always told me every game he was like, just be the best you could be. Think you're the best point guard in the state.
Right.
So I just took it from there.
I hear you. So sophomore year, he's starting point guard on varsity at Linden. Put up solid numbers. I think like 9, 2.5, 2 steals. How'd you guys do that season? I think you guys had a pretty decent season that year.
We almost beat Pats, and then like a triple overtime, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a heated game.
It was heated.
Yeah,
y'all done beat them once. I think y'all beat them once.
Y'all beat them.
I know y'all beat them once, man. Like I said, I do my home. I know they beat them once.
Yeah.
You went off against Orange. Tell me about that game.
I felt like D Rose. I felt like 25 ball. I felt like I had a 25 ball that game. That was a good game. And it was at home, so like when I came back to school, everybody was like, "Yo, he nice."
Right. That's it. Those be the games. Take one game, because you could be. It doesn't mean you're not good. You could be good. It's just like I said, it gotta be the right system, right time. Things take time, but once you have that game, and it's like, okay, you know it's not a fluke. If you at the game and you see it, it's not like you just throwing up shots and it's going in. He like, hey, that was the wake-up call right there. Like, oh, nah, who is this kid? If you didn't know him, now you know him, got your eye on him. The 25 against Orange. It's all right. You finish out your sophomore year at Linden. Tell me about that summer. Like, all right.
That summer, I ain't know. Coach Kalik, he left.
Okay.
He went to go coach for Elizabeth.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do. Like,
right.
I didn't know, because the team next year we lost Tavon Jones.
Right.
We lost
Shout out Tavon
Mikey.
Jones.
So we lost them two. In my head, I'm thinking like, I'm trying to compete against the best.
Right.
So like, in that team that was gonna be there next year wasn't like all that.
Right.
So I just wanted to compete.
Right.
So Kalik, he told me like he would come to Elizabeth, but I wasn't really trying.
Right.
I was trying to really do my own thing.
Right.
I was trying to do my own thing.
Right.
So I ended up at BOSCO.
BOSCO. Okay, so end up at BOSCO. Because when I first heard, I didn't know who he was at first, but I heard the name. I'm like, damn, how you get the BOSCO? I know Linden. I'm like, that's I'm like, all right. But I just didn't, you know what I mean? So you at BOSCO. Before we even get to the BOSCO, that's summer AAU. Who you was rolling with that summer AAU? That's your sophomore year summer.
I was with Jersey Force.
Jersey Force? Okay. Jersey Force, okay. You was doing your thing with Jersey Force that summer. What summer you played with the firm? That was your freshman year.
That was my freshman year.
Because I skipped the freshman year AAU. Let's go back to that real quick. The freshman year AAU before Linden. We already talked about Linden, but freshman year AAU with the firm, because you was putting up some numbers and he was playing up. They was playing up and he was putting up some real good numbers. So talk to me about that.
Yo, when we went to Vegas, oh my God, I had so much fun. Coach, shout out to Coach Chuck, because without him, I would have never moved up. But when I moved up, it felt good playing like against higher competition, because when you get to high school, People like, it's easy. Like, it's easy now.
Exactly. And I always say, like, with kids of a certain talent, it's better for them to play up. Or it's always, even if, like, high school, right? Certain talent, I don't like holding if the kid could play because they look better with better talent. Because if you at a certain level, right, and you're playing on a level like this and you making moves, throwing downs, and you're not catching the ball, you look bad. You know, and make the game so much easier when you can play with better players. You know what I mean? So I know you did that. I had to go back to that freshman year, summer AAU, because I know he was doing this thing on the firm. So let's jump back now, 10th grade, AAU, summer, you playing with the Force. You doing your thing. What's your most memorable game with the Force? Because you had, I know you was like the top player during that time with that team.
When we played against New Jersey, I had a couple of these games. New Jersey Roadrunners.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good game. That was a fun game.
Fun game.
I know the coaches knew me, the players knew me,
right.
So we were just going at it. Yeah.
How you finished that game? You remember your stats for that game? How much you had against that?
I at least had like 20. I know that.
At least 20.
I know that.
At least 20. I think I got the write up on that. I'll look for that. Send that. Cause I think I seen it in the JerseyHoops.com. All right. So after that, boom, you play with the Force. You wind up changing schools, going to BOSCO. So you get the BOSCO. You start off your junior year at BOSCO. Tell me about that. How that situation. You was doing anyway. Let you tell your story.
So when I first got to BOSCO, I didn't know what to expect. Because I didn't know, it was a different type of environment.
Right.
So, but what people, the people that's there, they gonna help you out. They want to see you succeed. So they were just like making sure I was doing the right things, staying on my books, doing everything, staying in the gym. Right. So when I got there, it was like, it felt like I was meant to be there. Right. Like I was meant to be on campus. So, all right. So when the basketball season started up, the point guard Devin Sharman, he was like the original point guard. Right. But like it wasn't like no animosity or nothing. He just welcomed me in with like open arms. That's dope, man. Yeah, you don't see that a lot, man. Shout out to him, man. That's dope. That shows true leadership. So when he opened me with open arms, I felt like it's up from here. It's up from here. And the team was stacked. That team was stacked. That shit. Yeah, that what's that? 2019, 2018. Yeah, that basketball team. I ain't gonna hold you. Like. We're going to get there, but they should have they could have easily had won if it wasn't for a lot of things that took course during the season. But go ahead, bro. But during like the season, a lot of injuries. I fractured my hand, broke my hand, so that messed it up. And then Vic broke his nose. Like, yeah, she did. He broke his nose like the game after the semifinals, something like that. The game before. Right. So yeah, then that just two major pieces. Yeah. So two major pieces. I was telling Miles earlier when I spoke to him, like y'all know me, everybody. I'm not biased. I know I love ball, so I always keep it real. That team, that BOSCO team last year could have definitely easily made it to the TOC. Even when they lost key pieces. That the kid that went to St. John's, they lost Ron Harper Jr. and they still had a solid team. Miles only played 13 games that year. You know what I mean? He was hurt. When he came back, you know what I mean? You got to get a rhythm. It's nothing like playing. I don't care if you're working out every day. I don't care if you're running miles. It's nothing. It don't compare to you run up and down playing the game, bro. You got it. That takes a while to get back into basketball shape. It takes a minute to get back into that. So I feel like that, you know what I mean, kind of messed him up or hindered him as far as when he came back. But honestly, he still had a good game. His first game back, I was in the stands. He still had like 14, 5, and 5 and like 2 steals. You know what I mean? So it wasn't, you know what I mean? But I just know if he was there for most of that season, it could have been. And they still had a great season. And they still, you know what I mean? But those injuries definitely, you know, might have changed the course of what could have been easily BOSCO going into the TOC, and who knows? But so boom, I know you that's your junior year, junior year going to AAU. I know you with Rio now, right? Yeah, I was with Rio. Tell me about that experience. That was a pretty wild experience. So funny because we was going against top dogs. I was going against top dogs. Right. So going at them, you're like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I never thought I would go against one of the top players in the nation. Who was that? Jalen Suggs. Yeah. He's different. Jalen Suggs, yo, spade for spade, bro. He alright. He nice. He nice? Yeah, he nice. That's funny. But y'all had a squad, right? It was you, Trey, Taj Street. Who else we had on that? Trey Patterson.
know y'all had a nice squad.
Yeah, CJ Wiltshire.
CJ Wiltshire.
Phillip Wheeler.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Phillip, man. Shout out to Phillip. He overseas, right?
Yeah, he overseas.
Shout out to Phillip. But yeah, y'all had a nice squad though. Y'all definitely had a good squad. But like you said, you on there playing against the best players in the country. And it's different seeing them on TV and stuff, and then you out there, you playing, you're like, all right. You know what I mean? You get to see, all right. So this is not this TV.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not just the
It's
media.
not the highlights.
It's not the highlights.
It's not the highlights. And I definitely understand it. But yo, honestly, I know it's high intensity. I know it's high intensity. I know it get, you know what I mean? It gets to it in that type of circuit. Even though people big on Nike, UA is a big circuit, bro. You got a lot of kids, D1 and pros come from UA. You know what I mean? So don't get it twisted. It's a lot of studs. And I know it probably got crazy certain game. What was the most memorable game that AAU season?
When we played against Team Charlotte.
Team Charlotte, okay.
Yeah, Team Charlotte. I remember Mike Rice. He got kicked out.
Shout out Mike Rice.
That's a wild boy. That's my guy. That's my guy. But yeah, he got kicked out that game. And at that game, the team really came together. And we was like, yo, we about to really like go hard. Right. No matter win or lose, we about to go hard. So we always went hard. And we ended up losing, but after that game, we kind of came together.
As a team. Yeah. They take that sometimes. You see, that's why for all my players that when I am coaching, they know me that I get a lot of teas. I do. But listen, sometimes it's strategic. Like most of the time, it's strategic. My texts are strategic. Sometimes I can help myself. Like I can't. I'm passionate. But so that, like I said, sometimes you know what I mean. It's not necessarily a bad thing. They brought the team together as a group, as a whole. You know what I mean, it probably took that for them to get to that point. What was your best individual game you feel like that summer?
Yeah, with Team Charlotte.
You got same game?
Yeah, that same game.
Same game.
I had like 15 that game.
Got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Definitely tough. So after Rio, all right, going into that junior year, well no, not going into junior. That junior year, the summer AAU, you started getting. You had any offers at this point? Interest?
I picked up for St. Peter's.
Right. You picked up St. Peter's. Okay, that summer.
I was getting like texts from St. Bonaventure,
Got you.
Allison,
Wagner. Got you.
Yeah, I was getting a couple of those.
Okay.
And they was coming to see me play and stuff like that.
I got you. So you started getting interest that summer. You feel like that helped you, gave you a platform where you could play. All right, so now you're going into your senior year, high expectations. But before I can't believe I forgot this because I was going to wait for this segment, but we could go back a little bit. When you first got the BOSCO, right? Tell me about that rivalry, that Bergen-BOSCO rivalry.
Oh, I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't know it was that heated. Like, I ain't know it was that crazy. Like, I remember when I first got in school, it was like, yo, you ready for that BOSCO and Bergen rivalry? I'm like, oh, what you talking about? They start pulling out videos. I'm like, oh, man. I was like, oh, man. This is
dumb funny, bro. It was funny because I knew about the rivalry only through football. I'm not going to front. I didn't know the basketball was a rivalry. I knew for a long time, because forever, like especially BOSCO football, Bergen too, but both. But I knew for a minute BOSCO was whooping Bergen in football. I'm just saying, don't kill me. But I just remember that. I remember that vividly. So I remember that being like, you know what I'm saying? I remember that being the clash. So when I first got introduced to the basketball, I didn't think they told me about it too. I'm like, it's not gonna be. So his junior year, I went to a game. And I'm like, yo. First of all, I went to both. The one that they lost, I didn't get into. I couldn't get into. The one that Bergen lost to them, they beat Bergen. I didn't get into that game. It was packed. Like, it was super packed. I couldn't get in. So when that Bergen, I got there early, that was bananas. It was bananas. I'm like, this is different.
I remember I went to the training room. I came back out. I'm like, oh, man. I see the crowd. The JV game was even, like, packed. The JV game was packed. So that was crazy. Crazy.
So like I said, I wanted to get into that. That rivalry is crazy. I don't think it's another rivalry. There's a lot of rivalries in Jersey, but that's one of the biggest. Like it's crazy. Like you got to be to experience it. Like the gym, I felt the gym shake. Yeah. Like especially at BOSCO, the gym be shaking, bro. Yeah. Like you feel the floor. I'm like, this is different, bro. Like it's crazy. So anyway, let's jump into your senior year. A lot of expectations coming into the season. You know what I mean? The keys is in your hand. You leading the team. Tell me about that. What expectations did you have coming into senior year? Like for yourself, for the team?
For myself, I just wanted to be all the odds. I wanted to be all the odds because everybody was saying, oh, they not stacked the last year. They young.
Right.
He got no help, stuff like that.
Right.
And I was thinking in my head like, I'm gonna prove everybody in the state wrong. I'm gonna really like go hard and be like show that I'm one of the top guards in the state.
Right.
So after that, I brought all the seniors together. I was like, yo, we gonna make noise this year. Like we gotta do something. So yeah.
That was cool. That was cool. I honestly knew the expectations, and like you said, you hear the chatter. I already knew the expectations was high from like as far as the media and the public. Like even though people whatever had they little doubts of it, but if you go by the sports writers, the coaches, they definitely still. I think you guys were still like in the conference, but still second or third. Yeah. So it wasn't like it wasn't far off. They still because Miles was there. So boom, take me to the beginning of the season. The season start. Your first game. Who y'all? Oh, first game was against Newburgh at home. I didn't make that game.
Oh yeah.
But tell me about that.
That was a crazy game too.
That stat line, he was wilding.
All
across the board. But go ahead.
And I think in the beginning of the game, I didn't know what to expect. Like we was type like. Rusty wasn't really like doing nothing crazy,
right? So
I'm thinking in my head like, I'm a ball, like right. I'm a ball. Y'all just gotta follow my lead.
Right, that's it.
So after that, I started balling. Everybody was like, yo, let's go. We started killing them. So that was good.
Yo, he finished with like 27, like 27 points, like 7 assists, 6 rebounds. 5 blocks, like 7 steals. I'm like, wait, you had 5 blocks? I'm like, yo, you was wild. So you can imagine, I know he was like this all game. This like in a zone, bro. I can imagine, I didn't see the game, but I can imagine that game, knowing how he played, I already know it was just like, nah. Like, see, those type of games, I wish I had a whole footage like of that game, because those type of games, you need that. Now I need a highlight reel for that game. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that game. I know that game was crazy.
It was crazy.
I know it. When I seen the stats, I'm like, nah, he was wilding. He was wild. He might have. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing before that game, but like, yo, he was wilding. He was wilding. Like, and y'all got the W on that. So that season. That's the first game of the season. Y'all go. Y'all was on a winning streak. Tell me when it started to get a little bumpy in the road. It went on like a little losing streak, right?
After the Newburgh game, we had a game Sunday against Elizabeth.
Right.
That's when really my everything started getting really like.
Yeah, yo, he dead body. I'm throwing it up. Yo, I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm not. Listen, if you get, because I'm gonna get. Listen, you got it. It happens. It's basketball. Like. You know what I mean? He shook my brother boots. It happens, bro. It's basketball. You gotta play. But whoever that body was, I'm gonna go back and look. Somebody died on that. But go ahead.
But yeah, after that game, I remember I had 25. And going into the game, I'm like, yo, I'm about to kill. This is the best stadium, the best gym in the state to play in.
Yes, Elizabeth is the best. Yes, facts. Hands down. I love playing. Well, not me, but I like watching them play. It's open, and it's a lot of seats you can sit high. It's one of the best for sure.
And I made sure I was locked in because all the media there, I wanted to really prove something.
Right.
So during the game, during the first half, I was killing. We was up. We was winning. We was killing them.
Right.
And then they started. Shout out to Coach Kalik. His defense strategy.
He know you.
Yeah, he know me. So I mean, like he started really like locking me up. So I had to start doing some new things. So a lot of screen ball action, stuff like that.
Right.
So during like the third quarter, I just felt something go through my body. I just felt like I just had to do something.
Right.
So I refused the screen and I just dunked over like 2 people.
Yo, yeah, that was crazy. Yo, I don't think nobody expected it.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm like, cause I seen it. Did I see the whole dunk? I might have seen like the end of it, but I'm like, yo, that was Miles. I remember actually, that was Miles? Who the hell? Because you heard the rim, yeah. Like he cranked that. Like it was, that's why I said, yo, who died? Somebody, I heard the rim. So I'm like, yo, looking for a body, like, yo, what's going on? Like, and you finished that game too with good numbers as well. Like, I think that was a game you had like 25, 5, and he was gonna get, yo, that's the thing too. Miles rebound and he passed the ball, bro. He gonna get you 5 and 5 off the rim. Besides what he scored, he gonna get you 5 and 5 minimum. Love that about this game. But so after that game, Elizabeth, I remember y'all played. I'm trying to think. I wasn't, played. I wasn't at all the games, but the next game I was at, most of what do you call those? The little tournaments, the little in-season tournaments, because it's a bunch of teams playing, so y'all get a chance to look. So that was, I think, the Dennis Gregory joint. You got MVP in that.
Oh, at Ramapo.
Yeah, at Ramapo, exactly. Yeah. Because y'all still wasn't that. I think around that time y'all only probably had lost like 3. It wasn't nothing crazy. I was still alright. It was after that when so we could go to that game. You did your thing in that game too. As far as Tournament Temple, I remember that vividly. I mean, you the point guard. I mean, it is what it is. If you at the games, then you know, like, that was what it is. Without Miles on the floor, the game's it's a lot of different. It's a lot of different. Like I said, I'm not here hurting nobody's feelings. It is what it is. If you was at the games, if you watched basketball, if you were students, you know. So that was pivotal anyway. You know what I mean? As far as setting your teammates up, like, you one of the best at that in Jersey. Like, yo, listen, it's easy to be, if you good, it's easy to be a scoring point guard, bro. But, like, how is that going to affect your team? You know what I mean? So at a certain point, you're going to have to sacrifice your game to, like, you know what I mean? Try to get the teammates involved. And Miles is one of the, like, off the top of my head right now, it's not just him. But, I mean, like, for me, I'm in North, you know, I'm up here in North Jersey. I'm watching most of the games at anyway. So for me, like, there's a few of them, but Miles, my Nazir St. There's a few of y'all. I'm like, shout out to Nas. Like, y'all really, I respect it because I know y'all can get 30. And I respect the sacrifice that y'all make to get your teammates involved. So shout out to Nas too from St. Joe. Another one that which don't get it twisted. You see they turn up when they need to turn up. They turn up. He turned up in the Jambo. I mean, he threw the burger dance. So you know what I'm saying? So like, shout out to him too, man. I gotta holler at my boy. But guards, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. They still can give you a bucket when it's needed. You know what I mean saying? So take me back to the season when you started hitting the bumps in the road. You guys have a little losing streak and whatnot.
During that time, I'd say the practices wasn't as hard. We wasn't going as hard, I would say. And I kind of knew that, but I was focused on the wrong things, I would say, at that time. I was focused on myself at that time. I wasn't really focused on the team because I was so focused on proving everybody to stay wrong.
Right.
So
that happens. We human, bro. We be human. You know, you hear the chatter, and it's like, especially when you feel like, one, you got something to prove, one, you feel like you deserve more, and sometimes it's easy to get caught up in that. We all, if you play more on that level, we all been there. We all been like, nah, like, I gotta start like I gotta start looking out for me. Like, at a certain point, you gotta feel that way, because it is, at the end of the day, let's be for real, it's a team sport, but we all individuals trying to get somewhere, right? And sometimes you feel like you gotta do a little more, you know what I mean, for yourself. But at least he was mature enough to realize, okay, let me bring it back a little bit. I mean, let me bring it back to the team. I respect that. You know what I mean? I respect that wholeheartedly. That's why before he even said that, it's funny what I said about him sacrificing, because I already knew that. And that's just me watching him through the game. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? A couple games, like, he got 9, or he had 8, but he always maintained that 5 and 5, which is hard to do. He's a point guard, rebounding 5 rebounds a game, bro. He's averaging more than some of the bigs. I'm just saying, like, so it's like, so you got to put that into perspective for those that equate success to always having a high amount of points. You know what I mean? So there's way more to it than that, especially being the leader of the team, the senior. You know what I mean? So that you definitely got to pay homage. So you guys, like I said, you lost a few teams you shouldn't have lost to. I was surprised too. Like, wait, they lost to who? What? Yeah. But then y'all had some good wins too. Then I think y'all had a comeback win in overtime against St. Joe's, right? Yeah, St. Joe's. Yeah, I mean, y'all beat us at home. But before that, I know y'all, because they're gonna kill me if we don't talk about it. Everybody, that Bergen game at home, that was crazy, bro. It was a lot of media there for that game too. It was intense. The game was good. It was going back and forth. It was a close game. Don't get it too all the way down to like the last legit minute. Like, I think y'all lost by 7, but it wasn't really 7. I feel like, you know, them free throws at the end that don't really count. It was probably like 3. It probably went like 3 or 4. But that game was a good game. That game was, I already know you tough. Anybody that had to question that, I feel like nobody could question after that game. Get tough. And it wasn't even a back and forth. It was just the way you played, bro. And like I was like, damn. I remember at halftime you hit a buzz beat, and I'm like, yo, he is tough. Like, yo, because you didn't let up. Like, I think they had just scored. And you came down, and I'm like, he's not going. Like, I didn't think you. I'm like, he's tough. Like, I already knew that though. But I'm like, nah, he's really not. I meant like not scoring. I'm like up here. Like, you a dog, bro. Like, nah, all right, still, you're not about to have the last shot. Came down, yeah. I'm like, nah, he's tough, bro. I picked the ball up. I'm like, yo. I'm like, nah, bro. Y'all not. I'm like, y'all gotta play better defense. He's killing y'all. I remember telling him like, yo, y'all gotta slide your feet. Y'all reached it. I told, like, listen, they know I keep it real. I told them all, like, y'all better start sliding your feet, because y'all looking crazy, bro. Stop reaching. That was a good game. So tell me about that game. How did that, like, what even happened? I really never even asked. I
try not to think about that game.
Right.
Because I feel like we could have won that.
Listen, it's real. If you was there, then you know. At the end they got away. Yeah. And at the end they got away. I felt like, and that's it. For me, not even I asked you the question, but I know that the game changed after the Tech. Honestly, but go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Because y'all was good in Tech. That shit, I'm not gonna hold y'all.
Yeah.
Watch, listen. This is me. I'm a student of this. The game changed after the Tech because it was back and forth. The Tech is what changed it. But go ahead, bro.
After the Tech, I remember after the Tech, my coach was like, relax. I'm like, this how I get riled up.
Right.
This how I know my game.
But that's how it, yes, bro. Because it took, once that happened, you were already balling, bro. But you was on killer mode. He was on killer time. Like, it wasn't enough you could say. He was on killer time. But then again, I see you bring it back and start getting your teammates involved. But go ahead, bro.
I got
You did bring it down. I ain't gonna front. That game should have kept the killer a little longer. A little longer, bro. A little longer for that game. In particular, games like that, should have kept that a little longer. It would have been, again, it would have been different. If it would have been like double overtime goal. If they would have lost, it would have been crazy. Because they couldn't guard you that game. I'm like, yo, you kind of gave, you know what I mean? By you taking your foot off the gas, you gave, you know what I mean? Kind of, not that you gave the game away, you just allowed them to, you know what I mean? That's really, sometimes you gotta, you know that though. I'm sure you know that though. I know you, that's why you say you want to think about that guy. I know you know, like, damn, you really could have, you know what I'm saying? You took your foot off the gas a little bit. But you had to do a lot as well. So, you know what I mean? Both. But, that, like I said, I just wanted to touch on that. It wasn't that serious. People was taking it to, everybody that played ball knew it's ball. Ball is ball beef. Like, it's not even, I hate calling it beef. I call them a rivalry. Like, people that was playing ball, I thought it was great. And it's like I said, if you know me, I don't care if you my bro. Like, I love ball. I'm all, and that's my energy. People that, like, I played like that. Like, I had the chip on my, it's just, and it's not about, like I said, it was not about fighting. Like, it wasn't nothing about that. Like, everybody, like, all the youngins, younger kids that, it wasn't, it's like, it's basketball, beef. And I liked it. You know why I love that situation? Because we two buddies. Let me, not to get off topic, my bro, but everybody, this basketball world, this real quick, y'all, like, I'm not saying this, I love the brotherhood, I love it, because it is a brotherhood, it's the big brotherhood, the camaraderie, I love it, but like, some of y'all too buddy, when you step on the court, bro, ain't no friends, bro. Y'all be too, if I play you today, like, if I gotta play you the same day, I'm not broing you. Like, you my bro, but it's no bros today. Like, I'm not, like, don't even text me. Like, hit me after the game, I'm about to cue food, I'm about to kill you. Like, and that's my thing, some of y'all get on the court, and y'all say that it's not like, y'all say, oh, no, nah, I don't got that. Anybody could, step in front of him and kill him, but I seen it with my own eyes, y'all take y'all bullshit. Y'all be like, it's not the same, you're not going hard. Like, no, I love that. You need that, right? Yo, it makes the game so much better, bro. That game's probably one of the best games. You know what? It is the best game. You know why I say that? Because the views on that alone, yo, it's crazy, bro. Nobody, no game that has that many views, it's almost 200,000 views, no game has that. So you know, and that, you know why? Because they brung it. That game was like, you got to have that intensity. I'm coming at you every game. I'm in your face. Let's get it. And I love it. And that's why I love his game. Like, I love it. But, so now, boom, going to the second half of the season, you guys was getting it together. You know what I mean? You guys wanted to win the streak. I remember, like I said, you beat us. You won a few games at your home. And then, so we go on to the Jambo. Take us to the Jamboree.
Ooh, the Jambo. So, at that time, we played Hackensack. I had a good game. I felt like... And
you was violent. You and Brandon was violent.
Yeah. That was a good game. Like, at that time, me, Brandon, all the seniors, like, when you went last year, I was hurt. Me and Brandon was hurt. Yep. So we was like, yo, let's do something. Like, come on, I'm trying to do something. So, we beat Hackensack, and then we played Joe's at Hackensack, was it?
Yeah, it was Hackensack. It was Hackensack. Yes.
We just had an off game. I don't know what happened, but it just wasn't clicking. Like, it's just one of those games. Like, it just didn't click. Right. So we lost that game. So we took that to heart. We took that to heart a lot. So once we realized that Joe's won, we was like, we could beat any one of these teams. We could compete. Facts. It's up for grabs.
We all split. I remember during the season they all split the top three. Bergen, Joe's, and I ain't gonna. I got. You know I'm not a hater. 4 Bergen, Joe's, and Pereira. They split. Y'all split. I can't. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. They won. They was. Yes. Yeah. Shout out Jordan. I hate you, Jordan. You already know. But y'all all split. They all split. Y'all won at least a game apiece to each other. At least one. So what you like you said, it was up for grabs.
So it was up for grabs. And then Friends Catholic beat us too during that year.
Yeah,
they did. At home.
They did. They beat us at home too. The last game of the season. That was crazy. We lost in the they lost in the last minute. But go ahead. But shout out to Ramis real quick. I know this is about my boy, but shout y'all out. You know what I mean?
All right. So after the Jamboree, we took like a little break to really gather our heads, try to come together. We went on a couple like out to eat to each other, try to really come together as a team.
Right.
So we was like, we had to get ready for states. Was it states or counties? Yeah, you had to get ready.
It was states because counties was Jamboree.
All right, so we had to get ready for states. So we got ready for states. We beat Paramus at the time. We beat them the first time. Now we had to play Bergen again. That game was super close too. Yeah, that game.
You played. Wasn't Brandon? I know they both hurt their ankles, and it was quite like it wasn't public news, but I heard chatter before the game. I ain't gonna lie. Before the game, I heard Myles hurt his ankle and Brandon. I'm like, what? Both of them?
My ankle was so swollen.
I believe it.
My ankle was so I couldn't walk when I got up. So I remember that whole day I was just prepping my ankle. I was in the training room the whole day. I went to a place down the street. They helped me out. They gave me tape. That's why y'all saw the tape on my ankle. Right. And yeah, it was hurting during that game too. But I had to take something. So I took like an Advil. Right. And that just took all the pain away. But I remember I heard it.
You landed.
Yeah, I landed wrong.
I've seen it.
And I was like, I can't play.
I've seen it. I seen it, bro. And I said it. And I'm not like I seen it when you landed off the rebound. It was a rebound, jump rebound. It was it wasn't even a rebound. It was a sliding defense. You was playing defense, and you went around this like to beat the. You went to on the screen. Exactly, got caught. I remember that. You started running. I'm like, damn, it's over. I knew already that because you already came in this store. I'm like, damn. And you started favoring it. I'm like, all right. I'm like, damn, she might be done. But you came back in. You came back in.
I had to come back in. I wasn't about to have that my last game without like playing. Right. So I remember shout out Skittles. Skittles help, fellas. Skittles help, my boy. So I ate some Skittles. I'm like, I'm energized now. I got some energy. So I come back in the game. We cut the lead to like 7. Okay. Then after that, Zeke had a good game.
Zeke was wilding that game.
Yeah,
Zeke was balling that game. Shout out to Zeke. You definitely were. I told him at the game. I remember I'm like, yo, you played the hell of the game, bro. You left it on the floor. Because he's a senior as well. So I'm like, yo, you left it on the floor. Myles did his thing. I didn't catch you, but I definitely spoke to Zeke. Who else played? Oh, Aaron Carter. Shout out Aaron. Aaron played good. That last chunk, like, it was. Like I think it was 7. Aaron had 7 straight. They wound up going up 1 or come. It was either going up 1 or being down 1. Might have been down 1, whatever. But the point was, I remember he had like 2 threes, 2 layers. I'm like, okay, like it's not over. You know what I mean? Y'all fought to the end. It was a good game, bro. It was a good game. Like I said again, injuries is a mother effort, man, because it might have been different. Like I said, I know his game, and I know, and it's not even. I know it's talented, but what you can't teach is this up here and this up here. And I always go with these 2, bro. I do. I love a dog, so it's like. Because I know you're going to leave it on the floor, bro. Talent goes you so far. If you're not a dog, bro, I can't, you're going to leave me hanging. Like, even with your talent, it's more frustrating to deal with something like that. At least I know if I know you a dog, and your talent might not be OD, but you talented, then of course I'm real with you. But of course you want both, the best of both, right? I want you to be OD talented and a dog. But that's rare, too. Even NBA. I mean, it's rare you find super, super talent that's a dog. It's rare. And if they do it for a season or 2. That's why you got the Kobe's and the LeBrons and the Jordans, because they do it for their career. You know what I'm saying? But so that that was pretty much the end of your season. I know that was tough. So now, you were focusing on recruitment, right? How was that? So the season ended before the corona. It started, but it wasn't like it didn't shut down or anything like that. So I know you were still. What was your going out of the scene? What was your your mindset, as far as the recruitment goes?
I was supposed to commit to St. Bonaventure.
Okay.
I was supposed to go there with my boy Kyle Lawson. He lives down the street.
Yeah, Kyle's nice, bro. Kyle is
that's
nice.
My boy.
He's nice, bro. I watched him play a few times. Not this. Was it this year? This year, yes, sir. It was this year. I watched him play twice. Okay.
But but then the Ronin started happening. Everything started happening. And the transfer portal messed everything up for a lot of people, including myself.
That transfer portal was crazy. I know everybody was transferring, man. I got you.
So after that, when that happened, I felt like a UMass Lowell hit me, and Wagner. Okay. They hit me, but I wasn't really interested. Really, I would say I wasn't really
Yeah, you gotta be. Listen, and there's no shade or anything like that. You gotta feel. You don't want to go somewhere where you're not happy, right? It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
My mother was like, if you really want to go there, then don't go there.
Right.
Go somewhere where you're happy.
Absolutely.
So I remember I called Bob Hurley and Coach Rice, Mike Rice.
Right.
And it was like, I'm gonna help you out.
Right.
So that's family right there.
Shout out to them, man.
Yeah,
that's
family
love.
right there. That's real love. So I remember Mike Rice hit me like, mom, he's gonna call you. King Rice is gonna call you.
Right.
And I'm like, oh really? Like, I'll stay home. That's just close to
Right.
home.
Right. Parents come see you.
Yeah,
That's dope.
come to the games.
Right.
My friends come see me. And so I hope I really get this offer. So he called me like, yeah, like, you got the offer. And I told my mother, I'm like, yo, I'm hyped. Like, I'm hyped. Like, I really want to go there.
Man, that's dope. That's dope, bro. That is super dope. I'm happy for you, man. When I seen it, I thought it was just a perfect fit. I didn't follow him off this year, but I know the last few years, like, they point, like, I forgot his name. I'm so bad. I know faces, though, if I hear his name. He's a problem. He was a problem. I mean, they went to the tournament. I know his number, though, number 12. Roberson was his last name. You know what I'm talking about? So when they was, and they're saying they still, like, during that time, even the year before that, they had what you would call a little guard. You know what I'm saying? And they did, and that system, I'm like, nah, man, I was going to thrive. He was a fast guard. You know what I mean? He was a fast, tough guard, skillful. I feel like, I mean, I didn't watch him OD, but during that time, I did, like I said, I'm big in college basketball. I watch him on the NBA. I probably feel like you, like I said, that role be good with you, and you probably play better defense. Like, you just a dog on defense, so I feel like that was, I'm like, okay. And you could thrive. I feel like you'd be put in a position where you'll play probably right away. You know what I mean? You'd be able to put on, man. Like I said, man, you can, that to me was dope, bro. You know what I mean? What kind of, the MAC conference? They in the MAC? What they in? So that's, you know what I mean? Good. Yo, listen, that's a good fit for you. And I wish you the best on that, bro. For sure. That was, I was happy. I was waiting for that to see where you was gonna go. I know I spoke to you before. You told me at St. Peter's. A few at St. Peter's. I think it was St. Bonaventure. I think I heard Maris was it? Yeah, I know it was. I heard Maris. I don't think that was from me. I think that's from one of my friends, pops, that go to BOSCO that told me to look you at. And I'm like, okay. But that was dope. So now you got that. You know what I mean? How that weight off your shoulders. You can commit to MONMOUTH. You can stay home. Family and friends is here. That is dope. Definitely looking forward. You know what I mean? OD looking forward to looking at them games next year. I mean, it's in Jersey, so I'm gonna definitely pull up. I already know, like, nah, you're gonna be fine, bro. I already know your work ethic. I already know your mindset, so I know you're gonna be thriving at. So, which one of your most memorable games in high school? Like, you give me two from whatever years. You gave me one with the orange. I know that already. When you felt like D Rose. But give me another one. Give me one from each year. So you gave me one from sophomore. Give me one from junior year and one from senior year.
All right, junior year, I would say the very game because I had the tip in. I mean,
oh yeah, you did. You made pass on the tip, and I remember that. You did. It was like a dunk because he came from like the opposite side, and it was but it tipped it to the dunk it. Look at it.
Yeah, that was one game. Other game is when I played. It was when I played Middletown when I actually broke my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my junior year. I broke my hand that game, but I had like 27, something like that. And then my senior year, I would say the Elizabeth game. Yeah. Elizabeth game.
And the Newburgh game.
And the Newburgh game.
I can't tell, but that game when I see, I'm like, nah, I gotta get that footage.
Yeah.
As the guard, right? What do you feel like is your best? What's your best attribute as a point guard?
I love to play defense. I feel like defense create offense. If I play defense, the offense gonna come real easy. And then after that, I'm gonna get my teammates involved. Once I get my teammates involved, then the whole game's gonna come easy because they scoring, they doing what they got to do there.
Exactly. I can vouch for that. Definitely. Like I said, yo. The amount of steals every season, he averaged at least 2 steals every season except for junior year, and that's because he was limited to games. And even then, it was almost 2. It was like 1.8. It was almost 2 steals. So, you know what I mean? What you feel like you need to improve on the most as a player?
My jump shot.
Your jump shot?
Yeah, I need to work on my shot. I'm gonna work on that this summer. Getting stronger.
Right.
Getting stronger.
Definitely. That's a lot of. Another point, I feel like around your junior year, I know y'all hear like y'all don't want to stunt y'all growth, but y'all got to start lifting weights, fellas. Y'all have by junior year, the end of summer, you got to, because in college it's a weight regimen. It's not like you don't go. For me, I remember went to school, you had a weight regimen. Like everybody has a regimen. Like I remember me and my boy Tom, like Tom's another white boy, but Tom, like we used to come back to school out of shape, so we used to have to like we would get to school early, and we had to take classes, a phys ed class that entailed us jogging 4 miles every morning. Like that was part of our, because I knew we used to come back out of shape. 2 years in a row, he's like, nah, y'all. So, you know what I mean? And we also had weight room nutrition. I had nutritionists. And these are things that they make you do, right? But it's college. They're not going to make you. You don't go, you don't play.
Yeah.
You don't lift, you don't play. You know what I mean? So these are things y'all got to start practicing it now. You know what I mean? And try to get those good habits. It's funny you talk about your jump shot. I feel like you got a decent jump shot. You didn't take a lot of shots, though. Compared to his sophomore year, you hit like 30-something threes. I'm like, and I was looking, I'm like, yo, you just stopped shooting, bro? Because you was...
I feel like you can't stop my driving game.
Okay. I got you. I understand. I understand, bro. I understand. On the next level, you know you got to get that. That mid-range, just working on that. I feel like it's not a matter if you not being able to shoot, you just stop shooting. And anything else, you know, you got to sharpen your knives. You know what I mean saying? So you get back in the lab. You know what I mean? Get that Jimmy back to where it need to be. Because I definitely meant to ask you that earlier. I noticed that when I was doing my homework. I'm like, hold on. You were slinging that thing, bro. You just stopped shooting. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. Like, if they can't stop the drive, then why? And it wasn't stopping the drive. So why? I mean, proof is in the pudding. So, I mean, I would ask you, it's different. Usually most of my interviews have been kids that was already in high school. So I'm not going to ask you your favorite college team because this favorite college team is MONMOUTH. MONMOUTH stand up. I'm not even ask you favorite NBA player.
Let's see, Kyrie.
Kyrie, of course, man. Who you feel like your game? If you had to compare your game, I don't like getting into that neither. But if you could compare your game, or matter of fact, not even comparing, who do you see your game in as far as like you know what I'm saying, like different players or a player that you could. It don't even have to be an NBA. It could be somebody we don't even know. I feel people. It don't gotta be. You know what I'm saying? So.
Let's see. Kimba Walker.
Kimba.
Yeah, Kimba.
I can see Kimba.
Yeah.
I can see Kimba. I like that. I like that. I definitely like that. Tough. New Year got the, you know what I'm saying, got that shifty. You definitely shifty, bro. You shit, like, your shiftiness is real shifty. I don't know another word for it. Like it's different, like, because your left to right, his left to right, slow to fast is crazy. Like, a lot of people go slow to fast, north to south. His change of speed from head to head, that shit is crazy. That right there, bro. I mean, that right there is crazy. Like, oh. See, mind you, this how you know your shifty is real shifty, when you don't even got to cross nobody. Like, his side step will have you, like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's levels like that. I meant to say that too, bro. You real shifty east to west, and a lot of people can't really, like I said, they slow, they stop and go fast and slow is usually north to south. When you could do it like this, you know what I'm saying? You have people in their feet all crazy. But, so you say your favorite, Kimbo, you see Kimbo, and you, what's your goals, bro? So if your goals for the next 4 years, what it look like for you?
Oh, get mine to NCAA tournament.
Yes, sir.
I'm working on that.
Yes, sir.
We definitely
yes, sir. Listen, I'm rooting for you, man. I hope that happens, man. That'd be dope. Do it for the hometown. You know what I'm saying?
What else? That's basically it right now. I would say right now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Before we get out of here, bro, anybody you want to shout out besides people you already shouted out? Help you through your journey.
Devon Stanberry, my mother, my father, my sister, family.
Always family. Sacrifice.
Who else? Mike Rice, Coach Clay, Bob Hurley.
The greats, the goats. Jersey goats, man.
That's basically right there.
Basically right there, man. Yo, this, man, y'all already know this is I say it all the time, it's a journey, it's a marathon. I preach that to everybody I come in contact with. My brother, I drill in his head. Because we always want it now, but this journey is a marathon, bro. I get it. Like, somebody, especially when you see your peers and, you know, people that you know what I mean? You're like, nah, man, I deserve it, I want it. Yo, if you keep in the lab doing what you got to do, working on your craft, it will come, bro. It will come. And I can't stress enough to every ball out there, man. I don't care how much talent you have. If you don't got this and you don't got this, yo, you're not going nowhere, bro. Because I'm telling you, nowadays, these coaches are starting to understand it. Like, I'd rather go with a dog that still has room to grow than a guy with talent and don't got this and this. You know what I mean? So, fellas, this and this, man, if we can't teach you that, you got to find it deep down inside you, man, and get it out. You know what I mean? But until then, before we get out of here, you already know I got, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
For doing this.
Thank you.
Good luck next season. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Proud of you. For the culture, you know what I mean? Do it for the culture, baby. Do it for the kids looking up to you. But that's another thing. I keep saying, get out of here. Yo, fellas, y'all gotta, you know what I mean? It's a lot of little kids looking up to y'all. A lot. More than you know. I'll be surprised at the games, the youngest that go up to y'all. y'all still kids, teenagers, and they up to y'all, and it's like, yo, autographs. So you know what I mean? Lead by example, fellas, and do what you got to do. Y'all know the vibes, man. Get buckets, strap up, man. Kill Bill. Loud work. Loud work. Good looking, bro. Appreciate you.